Ready Player One, Full Retelling. Part 1, The Oasis and the First Key. It's the year 2045. The world is broken. Climate change, overpopulation, and economic collapse have left cities crowded and crumbling. In Columbus, Ohio, people live in towering stacks of trailers, literal towers of poverty. But people don't spend much time in reality anymore. They escape into the Oasis, a massive virtual reality universe where you can be anyone, go anywhere, and do anything. Created by two brilliant developers, James Halliday and Ogden Morrow, the Oasis is more than a game. It's a way of life. Our story follows Wade Watts, a quiet, clever teenager who lives with his aunt in the stacks. His parents are gone. He spends nearly all his time inside the Oasis under the avatar name Parzival. Like millions of others, Wade dreams of solving the greatest puzzle of all time. Because before he died, Halliday left behind a final challenge, a hidden Easter egg somewhere inside the Oasis. Whoever finds it will inherit Halliday's fortune, and full control of the Oasis itself. To find the egg, players must first collect 3 keys, each hidden behind a different challenge. So far, years have passed, and no one has found even the first one. The first challenge? A racing track, unlike any other. The first race. Each day, players from all over the world gather at the starting line. It's a wild, ever-shifting racetrack full of hazards, collapsing roads, T-Rexes stomping across lanes, and at the very end, King Kong, guarding the finish line like an unbeatable final boss. Parzival joins the race in his customized DeLorean, a car straight out of Back to the Future. Alongside him are thousands of other players, each driving iconic vehicles from every fandom imaginable. In this first race, no one has ever finished. No matter how fast or clever you are, King Kong always wins, smashing anyone who dares get too close to the end. Parzival's best friend, Each, is a brilliant builder and tough fighter. Together, they test strategies and trade hints. They also meet a mysterious player named Art 3 Ms, a skilled and fearless racer. Wade is instantly drawn to her. After another failed attempt, Parzival returns to Halliday's archives, a virtual museum containing every memory and moment from Halliday's life. It's here that true Gunters, short for egg hunters, search for clues. As Parzival replays a memory of Halliday and Morrow arguing, he hears something different. Halliday saying softly, "I wish we could go backwards, really put the pedal to the metal." That phrase echoes in his mind. The hidden path. Next race day, Parzival takes a chance. Instead of racing forward, he races backward at the start line. And the world opens up. A hidden underground path appears beneath the track, full of gears, lava, and mechanical hazards. It's dangerous, but it bypasses every trap above, and most importantly, it avoids King Kong. Parzival makes it to the end. The crowd gasps. The scoreboard flashes. Parzival, first key acquired. He wins the copper key, and becomes the first player in years to make progress toward the egg. The world takes notice. Streams light up. Avatars cheer. He's now the top of the leaderboard. A legend in an instant. But victory comes with a price. Because the powerful corporation IOI, led by the cold and ruthless Nolan Sorrento, is also hunting the egg. But not for honor or freedom, they want to control the Oasis, turn it into a profit machine, filled with ads, fees, and restrictions. Sorrento watches Parzival carefully. He wants that key. And he's willing to do anything to get it. Even if it means taking Wade out of the game, permanently. Part 2, The Leap, the Library, and the Second Key. Parzival's name now sits alone at the top of the leaderboard. He has the copper key. The world takes notice, and so does IOI, the most powerful corporation in the real world and the Oasis alike. Led by the cold, calculating Nolan Sorrento, IOI will stop at nothing to find Halliday's Easter egg. They don't want freedom, they want control. control of the Oasis, control of people. And Parzival just became their biggest obstacle. The bribe and the bomb. Sorrento contacts Parzival inside the Oasis, offering him wealth, luxury, and a guaranteed life of ease if he'll just help IOI win the hunt. But Wade refuses. The Oasis belongs to everyone. Not to you. Sorrento isn't surprised. But he's done asking. Shortly after, in the real world, IOI sends a drone strike on Wade's home, destroying the entire stack of trailers where he lived. His aunt. Her boyfriend. Dozens of innocent people. Gone. Wade barely escapes, pulled away at the last second by a mysterious van. When he wakes up, he's in the real-world hideout of Art 3 Ms., whose real name is Samantha. In person, she's sharp, serious, and completely focused on stopping IOI. She tells Wade that this isn't just a game anymore. IOI is targeting people. Using facial recognition, surveillance, even debt slavery to control the real world. This hunt isn't about money, it's about the future. The archives and a dance. Back in the Oasis, the search continues. Parzival and Art 3 Ms visit Halliday's journals, an interactive library built from thousands of hours of Halliday's recorded memories. They comb through moments from his childhood, his friendships, and his deep regrets. One scene stands out. Halliday remembers a date he didn't take, a moment with a girl named Kira. He didn't kiss her. Didn't take the leap. Parzival thinks it's a clue. Soon after, the second gate appears, a glowing door leading to an extravagant dance club in zero gravity. Parzival invites Art 3 Ms to meet him there. Together, they float through glowing air, bodies weightless, music pulsing around them. They laugh. They almost kiss. But before the moment can happen, the Sixers arrive. IOI launches a full ambush, breaking into the dreamlike nightclub and blasting everything apart. Parzival escapes, barely. Art 3 Ms is captured. Samantha and the Loyalty Center. In the real world, Samantha is taken by IOI and placed into their Loyalty Center, a terrifying corporate prison where people are forced to work off debts under constant surveillance. She's now a prisoner inside her own debt contract. But Samantha is smart. Resourceful. She plays along, biding her time, waiting for her chance to fight back from the inside. Wade, devastated, goes underground. He connects with each, who he discovers is actually Helen, a badass real-world engineer and truck driver. She's been hiding her true identity to avoid judgment, but now they're allies in both worlds. Together, they form a real-world resistance, recruiting other top players like Dado and Sho, skilled avatars from across the globe. The second key. With clues from the journals, the team identifies the location of the second challenge, a recreation of the classic horror film The Shining, one of Halliday's favorite movies. Inside the Oasis, Parzival and the others enter the Overlook Hotel. Blood flows from the elevators. Ghosts dance in empty ballrooms. It's not a game now, it's a nightmare. Only Art 3 Ms, still imprisoned, but jacked into the Oasis, solves the riddle. The key to the second challenge isn't fear or fighting. It's empathy, understanding Halliday's greatest regret. Not taking a chance on love. Art 3 Ms completes the challenge. The Jade Key is hers. Part 3, War Games, Real Resistance, and the Final Gate. Samantha, still inside IOI's Loyalty Center, plays a dangerous double game. By day, she works, monitored by surveillance drones. By night, she hacks into the Sixers' private channels, feeding intel to the outside. She's planning an escape, and she's not alone. Meanwhile, Wade, now acting as the public face of the resistance, sends a powerful message across the Oasis. He speaks directly to all the players, gunters, clans, loners. He tells them IOI is closing in on the final gate, and if they win, they'll turn the Oasis into a prison of ads, restrictions, and control. We have to stop them. We have to fight. And the world listens. The third challenge revealed. AI has found the location of the final gate, Castle Anorac, Halliday's digital stronghold, surrounded by lava fields and defended by force fields. But they don't have the crystal key yet, because the final challenge is still unsolved. Inside the castle, Sorrento's Sixers are stuck in front of an old arcade machine. The game? Adventure, the 1980 Atari classic. They've tried everything: speed runs, high scores, perfect combos. But nothing unlocks the gate. That's when Parzival and the crew arrive, with an army behind them. Thousands of avatars from around the world pour into the battlefield: warriors, robots, wizards, mechs, anime icons, and pop culture avatars of every shape and style. It's a digital revolution. Wade has the Jade Key. But to reach the final gate, he must get the Crystal Key, hidden within the Atari Challenge. The real game. Parzival steps up to the machine. He ignores the points. Ignores the boss fight. Instead, he plays the game like Halliday did as a kid, exploring. Searching. He finds the Easter egg, not a prize for winning, but a hidden room that says created by Warren Robinett, the first video game Easter egg in history. That's the point. Halliday didn't want someone who could beat the game. He wanted someone who understood why games mattered. Parzival wins the Crystal Key. The force field drops. The army charges. The battle for the Oasis. An all-out war erupts across the lava plains. IOI unleashes Mechagodzilla. Parzival counters with the Iron Giant. Dato drops from the sky in a Gundam suit, swords blazing. Explosions rock the fields. Players fall. The Oasis trembles under the weight of thousands fighting for freedom. Inside, Samantha escapes her real-world prison and joins the battle as Art 3 Ms. She hacks IOI's defenses from within. The team reunites. Parzival races to the final gate. Sorrento follows, furious, in his last resort avatar. In a desperate move, Sorrento activates the Cataclysm, a doomsday bomb that wipes out everything in the Oasis. Silence. Everyone's avatar dies. The screen fades to white. The extra life. Except, one remains. Parzival. Earlier, he received a quarter from the curator of Halliday's archive, a simple coin, that turns out to be an extra life. He stands alone in the ruins of the castle. The final gate rises before him. It's time. Part 4, the final test, the real world, and the choice that matters. Parzival stands alone in the ruins of Castle Anorac. Everyone else is gone. Wiped out by the Cataclysm bomb. The battlefield is quiet. Empty. But the final gate, the last door between him and Halliday's Easter egg, now floats before him, glowing. He steps forward. The gate opens. And Parzival is transported. The final test. He finds himself in Halliday's childhood bedroom, a small, cluttered space filled with old computers, stacks of games, comic books. A place frozen in time. A place built on nostalgia, on loneliness. Then, from the shadows, appears Anorac, the wizard avatar of James Halliday. Anorac offers him the Easter egg. It glows in the air like a prize of infinite power. But before Parzival can take it, Anorac asks, "Are you ready to accept full control of the Oasis?" And here's the test. Anorac offers Parzival a contract, one that would give him ownership of the entire virtual universe. Just sign. But Parzival hesitates. Something doesn't feel right. And that's when he realizes, this is the test. Halliday didn't want someone obsessed with power. He wanted someone who could say no. Someone who understood the difference between reality and illusion. Parzival refuses to sign. And Anorac smiles. He dissolves. In his place appears the real Halliday, or rather, a perfect recreation of him. Meeting the Maker. Halliday is kind. Gentle. Quiet. He admits he doesn't fully understand how the Oasis grew into what it became. He created it out of loneliness, out of fear, out of his love for the world, and his fear of people. I was never really good at people, he says. Parzival listens. This isn't about money, or fame, or leaderboards. It's about understanding the why, the heart of the game. Halliday hands him the Easter egg. You've won. A surge of golden light floods the screen. The oasis awakens. All the players return. The avatars come back online. The resistance cheers. Back in the real world. Wade removes his visor. He's back in the van, surrounded by his friends. Samantha, Helen, Dato, Show. The real team behind the usernames. And then, he leans in and kisses Samantha. For the first time, not behind an avatar. But for real. A new world. Days later, Wade and the High Five, that's what the team is now called, take full ownership of the Oasis. The keys belong to them. The system is rebuilt. They make changes. They shut down the loyalty centers. They delete the pay-to-play features. And most importantly, they close the Oasis on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because as Wade says, sometimes, reality is the only thing that's real. He still plays. Still explores. But now, he's no longer running from the real world, he's building a better one. Outro. And that was Ready Player One. A high-speed ride through pop culture, imagination, friendship, and the power of choice. But behind the avatars and explosions is something deeper. A story about remembering what really matters. Connection. Truth. Reality. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, like the video and subscribe to the channel, because more cinematic journeys are coming soon. And most of all, watch movies. Create your own opinion. And let's talk about it in the comments. See you soon.